You're human beings. How do you cope with this?
It was very hard, Mark, and I worked hard to get the stories done accurately and to compress all of it, because we did have impeachments, investigations, special counsels. It played a big toll on me. I mean, there was times where you're sitting there and you're saying they're accusing me of these unbelievable things. I'm watching CNN and MSNBC, and I'm watching these media properties that I'd always held with esteem, like the New York Times and the Washington Post, writing things about me that I know aren't true. But in our country, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But in our case, it was guilty until proven innocent. And we just had to put our heads down and work through and not allow it to distract us from the work we were doing.
Well, well, look who's resurfaced. The charismatic Jared Kushner made his first public appearance in some time. And the former president's son-in-law and the suspected Mar-a-Lago mole really had a lot to say. Welcome into TYT's Overruled. I am your host, Adrienne Lawrence. After going off the radar for quite a bit, Jared Kushner made the rounds recently in interviews for his new book. And I'm going to note that it is not getting the best reviews. Laura Miller from Slate says Breaking History is the look daddy account of a child born on 3rd and desperate to prove he got there on his own. The New York Times, being a little bit more polite, called it soulless and very selective, while Vanity Fair took another route, suggesting that Breaking History is worse than an anesthesia-free colonoscopy. Let's just say it definitely seems readers will not be clamoring for a second edition. Even so, Jared took to the airwaves this weekend to open up about some of the White House experiences he documented in his book. And, again, perhaps to look less like the Mar-a-Lago mole. Here's Jared praising Trump's handling of radical extremism.
We had extremists, people being radicalized online who had attacks here in America in San Bernardino and the Pulse nightclub shooting, and radical extremism was a major issue. And President Trump didn't run from the problem. He ran to the problem, got all the world leaders together and said, we're going to solve this together. And he's created tremendous peace that's been enduring and very, very impactful on the world.
Of course Trump didn't run from radical extremists. He was helping them. Stand back, stand by, if I recall correctly. The man cuddled up to white supremacists. Yeah, it's really a shame that Jared and I do not share the same recollection about his father-in-law's antics in terms of handling domestic terrorism. But maybe perhaps we'll align on Trump's approach to foreign policy.
And he really worked hard to bring stability to the world. And a lot of the characteristics that his critics and enemies, hit him for, of being unpredictable and being a harsh fighter, that's what kept Vladimir Putin on edge. That's what kept President Xi on edge. He wasn't out there virtue signaling. He wasn't being provocative where he didn't need to be. But he really did an incredible job.
Nope, we do not align. You'd really think that Jared was describing Nelson Mandela or Gandhi, not Donald Trump. And I'd like to say that I'm astonished by Kushner's revisionist history here as it concerns 45's legacy, but I'm not. You know, it seems just about anybody associated with the Trump family is arguably devoid of conscience. But then again, we have to remember Jared may be acting strategically here. The son-in-law has been widely suspected of being the Mar-a-Lago mole. And if he plans to stay close to Trump, to keep getting that intel, or at least to avoid being on daddy's bad side for fear the minions will be subjected to attack him, well, then this tour de Trump may be making sense. But it damn sure will not be helping him sell any books. What do you think Jared is out here doing all this lift up Trump for? You let me know in the comments below. Hit this like and follow button, and thanks for watching.